Okay, let's finish the section with an application working with these regions shaded under a graph. So we've heard a lot of information about the BMI, the person's body mass index, and so some mathematicians got together, studied the BMI, and came up with this equation. So remember, that's the mathematician's job. They study it, they come up with the equation, then we can use it. So here is the formula for the BMI. It is 703 times the weight of the person divided by, and the weight is in pounds, and divided by the height squared, and the height is measured in inches. That gives you your BMI. Once you know that value, you can come in here and we can look in these two graphs, or whichever graph is appropriate, and find out if the person's BMI indicates if they're underweight, normal, borderline, overweight, or obese. So let's take a look at the situation here. We've got someone who is 20, a man, so we know we'll be dealing with this graph. 72 inches tall and weighs 200 pounds, so let's calculate the BMI. It's going to be 703 times the weight, which is 200, divided by the height, which in this case is 72 inches squared. So if you pull out a calculator, and it doesn't matter, just a basic calculator, you should come up with 27.12. So that's the answer to part A. That's the BMI. Now it says use his age and this value over here in the males, on the males graph, to determine if the person's obese, overweight, borderline, So let's see, how old was this person? We had 20 years old, so they're 20, and we got a BMI of 27.12. Here's 25, so 20 here would be 25. Right there would be about 27.5. So if I look at 20 and I find 27.5, it puts them in this shaded region here, which, based on this graph, based on the graph, the person would be classified as overweight. And we can do the same thing. Part B, we're dealing with a woman who's 25, 66 inches, and weighs 105 pounds. My guess is either underweight or normal, but let's just see what the BMI tells us. So it's 703 times the weight, which is 105, divided by the height, which is 66 squared. So take that, put it in a calculator. And we should get 16.9. So 703 times 105 divided by, it's kind of hard to read, but that was 66 squared. So now let's come over here to the graph. This person is 25, so their range will be there, 25. BMI of 16.9. Well, let's see, what would this value be? Midway between there would be 17.5. So I'm at 25 and I'm at 16.5. Put me 16.9. Put me somewhere around here. Puts me in this shaded region, which means this person is placed in the category of being underweight. So that takes care of 5.5, and we'll look at matrices next.